Hi everybody and welcome to This Made My Week, a weekly show dedicated to good news, inspiring stories, uplifting information. Today I'm going to be sharing my personal favorite tips and tricks, how to survive vacation with your family, very necessary during this time. I'm also going to show you some of funny and heartwarming clips from the Olympics, and I'm going to give you two good show recommendations that are gonna keep you glued to the screen, so make sure to stay till the very end and let's get started. Okay, let me start this video by saying that I love and adore my family very, very much. We get along, everything is well and fine, and sometimes being around them is a challenge for me, and that is my problem and my responsibility. So I'm taking charge, I'm doing my homework, I'm preparing to make sure that I end up having a good vacation and I don't spread my own stuff to everybody else. So I'm inviting you to do that as well. I have my notes right here because I want you to leave this video having as many tools as possible, so to make sure to take notes or come back and rewatch this video again and again so you really benefit from it. So I've spent already a few weeks at my parents' place, and this week I found myself feeling, in this fight or flight state, because when, the original family comes back together, old dynamics tend to re-emerge, and they're not always the healthiest, the most conscious, or the most authentic. So again, I'm taking responsibility for it and I'm changing. And my vacation hasn't even started yet. Like, my sisters are coming from abroad next week, my friends are also coming from abroad next week, and we're all gonna be together for 2 weeks. So it's wonderful. I am looking forward to it so much. And again, those old dynamics, for us to change, first, we need to make space for ourselves. And in order to create the space first, we need to separate from what is happening in the moment. And how you do that is either you create it mentally or physically. So physical space separation would mean leaving the room, hanging up the phone, removing yourself from the situation, from the conversation. Mental separation happens in your mind. So even though my body and I am present in this moment, but my mind can go into beautiful worlds, alternative realities, and this dream, that feels so much better than what is happening right now. And I want to embrace you to take example from kids. And I had a perfect example this week with my child, with my son. So we had some guests over for a dinner. We were having a wonderful time, but there were other kids and grown-ups, and there was a lot of noise, and we were eating and sharing food, and there was laughter and some yelling and shouting and playing and yada yada. And my son got overwhelmed at one point, or tired. So he just lay down on the floor and he started playing by himself, and he was talking, and it was as if he was in a different world. He rested and then he stood up and he rejoined us again, and he played with other kids and he interacted with us. So you have that choice at any time. You can separate yourself mentally no matter what is happening. If you can always create some distance by removing yourself physically. Don't forget that you have that choice always. The next suggestion, and I think this one is so empowering, is to leave conversations early. As soon as you feel like your energy is going out and you're not being energized by the topic, by whatever you're talking about, end it. You can either remove yourself or at least just be quiet, sip your lip. That doesn't mean that other people are right and you are wrong, that you lost an argument. No, that just means that you are protecting your energy, protecting your body from all of this potential stress. Store the energy, honor your energy and use it in different ways. Use it to do something fun and exciting. This is your vacation. Don't waste your energy on meaningless arguments. end the conversation. The next tip is not original really, but I tend to forget it, and this one tends to work the best, at least for me. Go outside. Go outside. When you feel like you are starting to get enmeshed with others, create the distance and allow Mother Nature to do what it's so good at, rebalancing us and bringing us back to harmony. Go on a walk, a hike, swim in the river, in a lake, go for a run, go into the bar, go into the garden, smell the flowers. Allow the nature to take care of you and go outside. Another suggestion is not original either, and it's not the crowd pleaser, I get it, but hear me out. I want you to move, but do it with an intention. So especially if you, for example, made a conscious decision to end the conversation, let's say, and then right after you go and stretch, you go for a walk, you dance it out, you do some yoga, what happens is you pair this new information together with your body. So this rewiring in your brain and in your body happens so much faster. You are connecting to the most important pieces, the belief, the storytelling, the idea, together with somatic experiencing of something new. Like, this is so powerful. So make sure that you are being mindful, as well as allow your body to receive this information through any kind of movement that you enjoy. Now, if you really get stuck in your head, I want you to take pen and paper and write things down. I know you know this suggestion, and I know you've heard about it thousands of times before, but you've heard about it because it works. Research after research after research says the same thing, that the best thing that you can do for yourself and your mental health, if you cannot afford therapy, journal. Journal, because it works, but not on a keyboard, with your hand. You gotta do the physical action together, with your thought. So instead of circulating the same thoughts again and again and using the same arguments, put them on the paper, then rip it and throw it out. That garbage that you keep in your mind, make it a physical garbage and then get rid of it. Help yourself. This works. With an intention, remind yourself of your heart's desires. What would feel good right now to your heart? Is it talking to a friend on the phone and receiving some love from them? Is it listening to a particular song or an album and allowing music to move you and heal you? Is it going for a walk? Is it doing particular art? Like, really create space for yourself and these pockets during the day where you connect not only to your mind, to your body, but your heart as well. Make space for this space. If nothing that you do works, that's okay. Don't worry. Allow others to support you. It doesn't have to be your family members, but it can be your beloved podcast, and a podcast that is healing and that reminds you of who you are, of your essence, of your soul, of your heart, of life's energy, of these universal truths. So put your headphones on, put your sneakers on, go for a walk and listen to something healing. My personal go-tos and favorite ones are always the same ones. This Jungian Life podcast, Dr. Shafali, Susie Lula, Tara Brock, We Can Do Hard Things with Glenn and Abby and Amanda, or Wisdom of the Heart by Jack Cornfield, or Oprah Super Soul Sunday. There is so much of good, healing, uplifting information, and like really these warm and cozy and nurturing podcasts. So put headphones and allow that energy to realign you and to bring you back to wholeness, bring you back home to yourself. The final two suggestions are a little bit more practical, and these were that made my week and that helped me to realign. So the first one was going for a swim into the lake or going outside during the storm. Be careful, obviously, with the storm, but like we had the storm on Monday and it was big winds and rain, and I just stood outdoors in this cold, and it this wind did something to my energy. It shifted everything, it realigned me, and it was so helpful and useful. Also, going for a swim at the end of the day washes away all worries, all anxieties, all the stress. And for me, what really works is going under the water. So changing even the environment, you know, from the usual and everyday, going into the different world that exists only under the water. Like realignment of the energy. So that one. And I noticed that during the holiday, we tend to eat different kind of food, not usual food. I snack a lot or eat junk food. So making yourself a nourishing meal and something that you like, not the something like to treat yourself, but the nourishing meal. In my case, that was a lentil soup / stew. It's my favorite. I always make it. It's my comfort food. So I made it this week twice, and it's just the best nourishment that I needed in that moment, and I shared it with others as well, so I nourished other people. So it's a win-win. Make yourself a meal. Alright, so these were all the tips. I hope that these were useful suggestions for you, and I hope that they give you a sense of agency and control, and they empower you to make healthy choices, responsible choices for yourself, because you know what? You are worthy of a fabulous vacation. You deserve to rest, relax, have a wonderful time, to please yourself, to take care not only of your needs, but of your desires as well. And when you are being responsible, that is when you get to play, have fun, enjoy yourself. So use these tips, use these tools, protect your energy, and use that energy to have some fun. Okay, let's shift gears. I want to talk about Olympics, an event that everybody's watching and talking about, and assume you are too. And you know what? I am just so excited about Simone Biles. Oh my goodness. Her team and they already won gold. Oh my gosh. I'm so in love with her, and these Olympics for me, they are about Simone Biles. And this is my first recommendation on Netflix. If you haven't seen a documentary about her, go and watch it. You will fall in love with her, I promise. The docu-series they were only 2 episodes. They were fantastic. They were so insightful and just beautifully made. Very simple, very authentic, very raw, but just I highly recommend them. And they're gonna follow it up in September after the Olympics. So they're filming right now, and we will get to see everything that Simone was experiencing, thinking, everything that was happening in her, around her. So I'm just so excited for the next 2 episodes in September. So that's one show recommendation. And speaking of Olympics, I saw this mother and this clip on TikTok who said that she doesn't mind screen time and she allowed her kids to watch Olympics, and here are her reasons. Check her out. This clip and this mother and her ideas. You know what? Screen time in our family is not an enemy either. Like, we watch TV in front and together with our son, and obviously we choose what to watch, and I have to be present when my son, who's almost 2, is watching TV. Miss Rachel, of course, is our favorite. I also allow him to watch shows about nature or live music concerts. Like, obviously, I can't take him everywhere that I want right now, but I want him to see the world and be exposed to everything. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about screen time at this age, like around 2-ish? Do you allow your kids to watch TV? If you do, what do you watch? Do you have some recommendations? Like, leave a comment down below. I'd love some ideas. Speaking about kids and gymnastics and Olympics, I saw this clip of coaches catching athletes while they were tumbling. Well, first of all, watch it and then we'll talk. when I saw this clip, it made me cry. And maybe it's because I'm a mother right now, I don't know, but like to know that there are other adults who save our children's lives literally, or protect them from injuries when we are not present. That just makes my heart so happy and so grateful. I could not understand what was happening in the air, and those coaches not only understood, but they were able to step in at the right time and catch them. Like, that's a skill I will never understand. And I think we all can agree that we do not acknowledge teachers, coaches, nursery teachers, anyone who works with children enough. So if you are one, if you work with kiddos, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I see you, I see your hard work, I know how hard it is, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Let's end the Olympic topic on a high note. Check this clip out.
That's really good.
That was good. That was better than I thought it was going to be.
I think I can do that flip.
No.
I just feel like I could do it. Gold! Gold!
This lady, she thought that she was being funny, but actually she ended up being so good. Like, oh my goodness. Her body, the movements, the athleticism, the energy, like that was the Olympic performance in my eyes. I could only dream of these moves. She was so good. Like, bravo. Bravo. Alright, and for the end, the final recommendation and TV series that totally made my week, that kept me glued to the screen. It will keep you as well, I promise. It's really good and juicy. It's a crime drama about family. There's I don't want to give any spoilers. I want to say everything, but I'm not gonna say it. There are a bunch of famous actors in it. They were really good as well. It's called Presumed Innocent. It's on Apple TV. Delicious. You are welcome. All right, let's wrap things up. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching till the very end. I'm so grateful for your time. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't yet. Leave me a comment how you felt, what you thought about it, and of course share it with your friends. Who knows who needs these reminders, who needs this uplifting spirit, right? So share it. And also, if you want more uplifting information, rewatch old videos or come back next week for more. If you have good news to share with me, send me an email. I will spread them on this channel, or you can come over and have a conversation with me. I'd love that. I'd love to have a community feel on this channel as well. Okay, I'm talking too much. Enjoy the final month of summer. Enjoy your vacation, and I will see you next week. Bye.